The Soviet Jewry movement had to have been the most exciting and dramatic movement in our lifetime.
It was the #1 item on the Jewish agenda worldwide.
I became involved in '74. I was one of the founding members of the Canadian Group of 35, which was patterned after the British 35s, and they were all women who took to the streets to speak out for those Jews who could not speak out for themselves. My children came home from school and there I was lying on the floor and I was stenciling signs. We dressed in black.
Kosygin came to Toronto and was staying at the inn in the park. And the Jewish community rallied outside in the park across the street. And the one thing that I'll never forget is a guy with a 2-year-old on his shoulders, and on his back was a diaper saying, "Kaka on Kosygin." And that will be in my mind forever.
It was a human rights issue, and we focused on human rights. That's how we got a lot of non-Jews involved. We said this is not a Jewish issue, this is a human rights issue. UJA, UIA, and UJA in the US was involved because as the Jews started to come to Israel, money had to be found for absorption. And this started in the mid-'70s, and the New Olim were sent to different cities and communities all over Israel.
This really was a true exodus, a mass migration of people voluntarily leaving what was a very repressive environment and coming to freedom. There was a really special, extraordinary campaign where Phil Granovsky, one of the great leaders that Toronto's been fortunate enough to have, he became the chairperson and decided to surround himself with as many other senior people who'd already chaired the campaign so that we could have the maximum impact in the shortest period of time and really reach the community on an emergency basis. The needs were overwhelming. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people needed to be resettled. They needed to be provided with temporary housing, with education, learning the language, schooling, food, you name it. I got the first $1 million commitment to support the Operation Exodus campaign from Barry Sherman on a telephone call because I felt that we needed a dramatic leadership benchmark example that would motivate other people.
We rescued 3 million Soviet Jews, and this was only because there were men and women of goodwill all over the world who cared enough to say, "Let my people go."
It was incredible. It was overwhelming. It was historic in every sense. And it was an amazing time to be part of the community and to be part of the effort.